Okay, so we are back with the Polaris Best of 9 series between TaToH and MbL. The score is currently 3-2 to TaToH after that last game, and we'll now go to game number 6, which will be on migration. Unsurprisingly, both of them are playing as the Vikings. That's pretty expected, let's be honest, and the Vikings are arguably the best civilization for this map because, yes, it is a water map. And, well, at first glance, I would say that TaToH has a pretty nice map, actually. This is kind of a very typical migration. Both of the players are very far apart, and if you look at the minimap, you'll see that, yeah, I mean, they are going to have a long rush distance if they want to do any galley rushing. But that's kind of not how migration is played anyway. Migration is more typically played with a big fish boom before going up to the fuselage and then eventually up to castle in a pretty fast time. But yeah, I think that Robert Stinson's map looks really good because his fish is, well, they're fantastic. Look at the difference in the fishing here. At the south of the map, right close to his TC, Robert Stinson can stick up a dock here, and there's going to be a ton of fish very close to his dock, very easy for him to take. Whereas in comparison to that, MbL's fish, it's pretty shoddy. He's got five big fish just inside of that dock there, and that's if he docks there. If he docks at the other side, there's going to be even less, and that's just not good. His fish, much less fish on his side of the map, and Robert Stinson, well, could get a big advantage because of that, because fish will be depleted very quickly. Fish will be depleted pretty quickly because they are going to be making a lot of fishing ships. On this map, there are no boar, there are very little sheep, and food becomes quite a bit of a problem. It's not impossible to do a fast feudal, but the rush distance is so large, there's so little food that you just start to ask the question, is it worth it? And usually the answer is no. Obviously, these guys don't know exactly where their opponents are. For all they know, their opponent could be really close by, but more often than not, 99% of the time, the migration map has this huge landmass which completely splits them and means they have to travel about 3,000 kilometers to get to the other side of the map, which makes rushing pretty unrealistic. We'll have a quick look, though, at this at this center island, and you'll see that right at the north there's a bit of stone. The resources at the edge of the island here, close to the water, not so good. We don't really want to be seeing that because that means that they're much less accessible to the players. This one here, pretty close to the water, inaccessible. This one, pretty close to the water, inaccessible. Providing that you don't have water control, that is. That's it. That's all there is on this start and middle island. There's not a huge amount here, in fact. That's unusual. Usually there's a little bit more than just that. But, oh wait, no, there we go. That's why I missed the second stone. That would explain it. This one's pretty safe stone. But yes, the center island's pretty thin, which means that holding the water control in the late game is going to be really valuable in this situation. Now, a lot of the times in migration, the winner is basically who holds the middle, and the water control doesn't matter so much in the late game, unless you're dealing with a lot of cannon galleons, which could happen. But, of course, the center is really vital to control in the late game, because there is these extra gold piles, there are the extra wood piles as well. So that's really crucial. But because these guys are so close to the edge, I mean, the gold mines are so close to the water, having water control throughout is going to be really vital, and we'll see both of them really battling out quite hard for the water here. That wouldn't surprise me at all if that's what we see. So, interestingly enough, neither of them getting their docks just yet. MbL finally going with his first dock now, and it's in the bad position. It's pretty horrible. He's only got 3 big fish here, and although, yeah, this one's a marlin, it's got a bit of extra food on it, there's not much here in comparison to what TaToH has. But TaToH, I think he's up to something, and I wouldn't be surprised if he is, to be honest with you. Setting a few more villagers over to wood now, but if you look, he's built a mill, he's taken all of his deer and his sheep, but he's not built a single dock just yet. And that is pretty unusual. If you have a quick look over here, MbL not taking his berries. God damn, I stutter on the weirdest words sometimes. Like, not taking his berries on this left side, instead building a second lumber camp, which is something we don't see Robert Stinson doing, and he's got his dock out already. So MbL with a big score lead already, expected, and TaToH, Mr. Robert Stinson, I think fast feuding it. He's probably going to feudal on 22 population here. And like I said, it's not because players don't make this many oh my god, I can't speak. There's something wrong with me. Players don't make this many fishing ships, and they don't make 2 docks for no reason. They make it because the metagame tells them to make it. I mean, that's kind of the metagame for this map, isn't it? You know, go all out into fishing ships in the Dark Age. Go crazy, knock yourself out, fill your boots, because there's not a lot of food on this starting island. But I think Robert Stinson here might just pull something weird out the bag. I don't know. Like, delaying that first dock for so long, he's clearly going to have a much faster feudal time, as he just doesn't have so much wood income. But I guess we'll find out. He's still got 2 sheep, he's still got a deer, still 2 more villagers queued up, so it's not like he's going to be going up on 22 population like I thought he might. But still, it seems a little odd to me. This build order is certainly out of the ordinary, and if you compare that to MbL's already got 4 fishing ships out. His second dock's already up, and he's going to be taking food there as well. Sure, now he's taking the berries, but yeah, I mean, it's just odd that Robert Stinson is doing this. And look, he's dropping off all that food. He's nearly up to 500, and he's going to have just the single fishing ship out so far, with another one out in just a minute, and he'll finish off this last sheep. And he's going to drop it, and he's going to go up on 26 population, which is pretty much the standard population for a fast castle. However, it's unlikely that we'll see a fast castle here. He's switching a bunch of villagers now to wood. And, sorry, we could see a fast castle, I guess. But I think we're going to see more of a grush as he builds a second dock and perhaps a third dock as well, and then gets busy with the galleys. So obviously a hugely faster feudal time, and don't be surprised if MbL goes up to feudal on like 42 population here. Obviously all of his food income now, or the majority of it even, is coming from these fishing ships, and it's going to take a while for him to reach 500 food whilst continually building villages. And he's up to his third dock. He's still pumping out those fishing ships. He's up to 37 population. He's going to be up to 40 very soon, whilst Robert Stinson breaking the meta. That's what we like to see. 4 villagers going to the gold. He's clearly going to do a galley rush once he gets that second dock up, and he's switched all of his villagers now over to wood and gold as well. Still a little bit of food income though, not neglecting food entirely, which I think is a good thing to do. Obviously, it won't be an all-out galley rush, but it will be pretty big, and it might catch MbL off guard. It might give Robert Stinson the upper hand here as he starts to pick off a bunch of fishing ships. Now, MbL just up to the feudal age as well on 40 population, so there we go, pretty standard, and he's 10% of the way there. MbL much slower up. But you've got to bear in mind here, MbL has so many more fishing ships. He's going to have a massive economy. Once he hits feudal, he will be able to go up to the castle age pretty quickly and be able to make four galleys at a time. So Robert Stinson here, it's like a ticking time bomb. He's got to get the galleys there, and he has to do the damage before MbL gets his first wave of galleys out. And this is why the meta for migration exists like this, because even if Robert Stinson manages to get his galleys over here now, his economy is going to be so far behind that MbL is still going to be able to castle in an amazing time. He's still going to be really far ahead, and I think Robert Stinson taking a big risk trying to do this early galley rush. He's putting up a 4th dock now, which is pretty standard for the Vikings, but that galley, it's only halfway there. And the feudal age upgrade for MbL is on 85%. MbL with a huge advantage in population. 34 for Robert Stinson versus the 46 for MbL. And MbL here, almost 800 food, 200 gold. As he hits the feudal age, the first thing he's going to do is queue galleys. And funnily enough, queue galleys from every dock, apart from the dock where the galleys from the enemy are coming to attack him. But either way, those galleys are going to be out. He's got the defender's advantage. And I don't think Robert Stinson's going to do any damage here at all. And I think MbL As long as he doesn't mess up now, as long as he doesn't do anything stupid, he's got an easy win. He's got an easy win under his belt. So we'll see how it goes. Blacksmith market coming up, and MbL's going to be up to the castle age in just a minute on like 50 population. Robert Stinson, 39 population. He's not going to be castled for ages because he's not got the fishing ships here. Without the fishing ships, he cannot boost his food income. And MbL now just scrambling to get out the galleys as fast as he can to protect his fishers. So MbL market's coming up. That's going to be the last villager there, and he'll be at 52 population when that comes out, as long as he doesn't lose another fishing ship. And then he's up to the castle age in sub 16 minutes, which is going to be great. And that is going to be huge. So Robert Stinson's done fletching here, and that means that he has got a range and attack advantage over these galleys from MbL. But MbL still bringing out the galleys as fast as he can as well. He is outnumbered. He's got 6 galleys out compared to the 11 from Robert Stinson. But like I said, it's a ticking time bomb, really. He's doing fletching now. He's going to catch up to the upgrades very, very quickly. And so long as he can just keep his fishing ships alive for long enough, they'll have paid for themselves, and MbL will be able to get the war galley upgrade and just dominate the water as, well, what on earth is Robert Stinson, what on earth is TaToH going to do against a mass of war galleys when he can't even afford the castle age upgrade? It's going to be tough. So far, MbL is keeping his fishing ships pretty safe. The military tab shows us that Robert Stinson's killed 1 and lost 2 units so far. And I mean, I don't want to say this, but he may as well just GG it right here. It's over. It's already over. I mean, I like the fact that he tried something different. I like the fact that he just went for it. But it hasn't worked out. And this meta, this build order that MbL used is just superior. There's no real question about that. So we got a transport ship coming up, so MbL can start putting villagers on the middle and colonizing that. And he's got the military advantage over here. What hasn't he got? Well, he's not got the castle age, but he's about to get it, as it's at 90% now. And as soon as that castle age upgrade comes in, look how much food he's got, look how much resources he's got in the bank. War galley's gonna come in, and Bodkin Arrow as well. A little bit short on the gold, actually. He could do with a little more gold here. But either way, maybe he could sell some food. He's got so much. I don't think he'd be too bothered about it at this point in time. Bodkin Arrow is on the way. War Galley will be on the way very shortly. And MbL is safe. MbL is so safe this game. Robert Stinson then. Mr. TaToH. When will he reach the castle age? Well, this is the problem now. He's kind of forced himself into this position where he has to keep making galleys. Otherwise, he is going to be the one in the defensive position, and he has to protect his fishing ships. Now, he's only got 6 fishing ships, whereas MbL's got, like, what, 15? Maybe more. MbL now building more docks on the center island, and well, we'll see him getting War Galley as well. That's on 20% now. So Robert Stinson's just a huge disadvantage. This War Galley upgrade is going to push him right back, and he's done no damage here. I mean, MbL's got double the kills than Robert Stinson right now, and he's already castle. His economy is going to be in a fantastic place. He's going to be able to afford that 2nd and 3rd TC very soon. He's going to be able to start colonizing the middle of the map. In fact, he's already there. And Robert Stinson having to fall right back now. So far, he's still keeping most of his galleys alive, but MbL has caught up. It's 19 military units for TaToH, Robert Stinson, and just 18 for MbL now. 18 apiece as MbL kills one on this right side, and MbL's taken the lead. So, I mean, it's going to be so difficult, I feel, for Robert Stinson. We'll see. I mean, he is on the way up to the castle age now, though. He's got that going for him. And I guess the same is true in reverse. You know how I said earlier, by the time Robert Stinson makes it to MbL's base, MbL's going to be castle and defending. Well, I guess the same's kind of true over here, because MbL, by the time he's made it to Robert Stinson's base, Robert Stinson's going to be about up to the castle age, but the question is, will he have enough here to defend from these war galleys? I don't think so. I don't think so. MbL just doing the gold mining upgrade at the moment. And that is going to obviously increase the efficiency of these gold miners by quite a lot. He's also got his second TC up in the center of the map here. He's found that gold, and it's a kind of awkward place. He can't put a TC on that, but he can put one on this wood here. And at the moment, wood's going to be good. He can get up his third TC now as well. And over on this side, taking advantage, I guess. Well, to be honest with you, he's a little bit outnumbered here. He will need a few more war galleys to engage with that. I'm surprised he's not done a university and ballistics yet. I think he should have put a little bit more of an emphasis on that early on. But the war galleys are coming in now, and TaToH is up to the castle age as MbL's war galleys come through. TaToH now landing onto the middle, and like, nah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said, oh, he should just call GG now. But I still think he's so far behind at this point in time. 57 economy units to 46. And, well, MbL should be paying more attention to these war galleys, because he'd be able to do a lot with it. Gonna kill some villagers on the land here. Gonna be able to start picking off some fishing ships over this south side. And Robert Stinson, war galley. Bodkin Hour has just been done. Gold mining as well. He's playing catch up. He really is playing catch up. The question is, will he do it? That's the question. And at the moment, the military is in favor of MbL, but Robert Stinson's positioning, TaToH's positioning is pretty good. University coming up for MbL now. Robert Stinson's got his university already, and he's looking for ballistics much sooner than his second TC. I like that decision. I think that's a good thing to do. He's not got his second TC yet, and he's going for ballistics first. I like that decision. But MbL, yeah, he's just up to the Imperial Age. He's just like, yep, I'm going up to him. I don't need a third TC. I'll just build a monastery and go up to the Imperial Age, because that's how I roll. I like that he's done that. That is great. And that's just going to make it even harder for Robert Stinson. Robert Stinson, he's not going to be up to Imperial Age by the time MbL reaches it. MbL's fishing advantage to this game has been huge, and the fact that he bought these docks up here means that his fishing ships could have got the larger fish out in the ocean further away. I mean, the advantage here for MbL is just so much. The score lead is about 500 to MbL at the moment, but once he reaches the Imperial Age, it's going to be closer to 1,000, I bet. And MbL is just so dominant at the moment. Even though the military, the fights, you know, there's not been that many of them, MbL still double the kills compared to the losses. So Robert Stinson's just getting up his second TC. TaToH's just getting that up now. But the Imperial Age is so far off from him at the moment. Both of them are now doing ballistics. Robert Stinson getting that one up now. And so is MbL. He's not messing around either. He's getting those upgrades up in due course. And obviously that's going to come in at pretty similar times for both of them. Perhaps once it comes in for TaToH, he will attempt another attack. Who knows? But the military count is pretty close for both of them still. 36 apiece. Could not get much closer than that. As MbL here prepares for the Imperial Age. He wants to get Bracer, and he wants to get what's it called? The other one, Galleon, as soon as possible. And he'll do just that. I bet he'll do just that. He's just waiting to get a surplus of food and gold to get the Galleon upgrade. And the same for Bracer as well. And he's nearly spot on as well with that. He's nearly able to afford them both straight away, which is going to be great. And that Imperial Age upgrade is done, 9900. And Galleon, where is it? Well, he's doing Bracer first. Fair enough. He can't afford Galleon just yet. He'll do that in a minute. But Bracer coming in straight away. And MbL here should have a huge advantage, bringing the most of his army up now to the north to fight this from Robert Stinson. Now, MbL here massively outnumbering this army. It's a pathetically small army as Bracer comes in. And War Galley, or Galleon, sorry, going to be on the way fairly soon as well. He needs just a little bit more gold, and he'll have it. But I'm surprised, to be honest with you, that TaToH has held on for so long. I thought MbL could have got away with playing a little bit more aggressively, to be honest with you. And although he's still getting, you know, a massively good KD in comparison, I think he still could have got away with playing much more aggressively. Third TC now coming up in the middle, and he's got a really good eco, but these fishing ships are going to become a little bit less efficient. That's why he's building another dock down here on the right side here, just to make sure that he can keep his fishing ships active, because once they start having to travel too far or there's no fish in sight, they will just fall idle and they just become useless then. They've been propping your economy up for the entire game. As soon as they fall idle, you need to suddenly get a lot more farms out, and that's kind of a pain in the ass to do. So Galleon is on the way, coming up for MbL now. MbL surprisingly losing this fight on the top, but Galleon is about to finish up, and once that's done, he will be able to start taking this fight home. MbL just gonna win it. Robert Stinson calling it right there, and I think that was quite the right thing to do. This monk here just going through the TC, no one noticed obviously, but yeah, I just feel like Robert Stinson there, he tried to do something different and it didn't work. It's as simple as that. I like it. I like the fact that he tried to do something different. I like this guy for trying that. But ultimately, Robert Stinson was behind from the moment that he neglected to make 40 fishing ships. No, not quite 40, but 20 fishing ships or whatever. MbL's economy massively propped up by the fishing ships here, allowing him to reach the Castle Age first, allowing him to reach the Imperial Age first. The huge rush distance of this map, really favors that kind of play, the more defensive play, I guess, until the late game. And even though I think MbL could have been more aggressive, he didn't really need to be. He was comfortably in that in the lead there, and he just didn't want. He didn't need to slip up. He didn't need to go aggressive and potentially mess up things. He was just fine where he was, and as proved, MbL gonna win. So there you go, 3-all, and we're completely level once again after that migration game there. Pretty good series so far. It's been very back and forth, very neck and neck as it's gone, and I'm looking forward to seeing the next one, which will be game number 7. I don't know what map that's gonna be. I'll let you guys know.